a serial killer who was never identified, a ghost that terrified an entire city, an ancient civilization that vanished without warning, and a mystery so strange that even historians still can't explain it. These are not legends. These are real events. And the deeper you look, the more disturbing they become. Tonight, we're counting down 7 of the most mysterious incidents in history, cases that remain unsolved to this very day. Let's begin with a river that may have hidden a serial killer's darkest secrets. 1. The Thames Torso Murders, London, 1888. The city was already terrified by the crimes of Jack the Ripper, but while the public focused on one serial killer, another disturbing mystery was unfolding in the shadows. Human body parts began appearing along the River Thames. An arm in one location, a leg somewhere else, a torso discovered miles away. In several cases, the victims' heads were never found. What made the situation even more disturbing was the condition of the remains. Investigators noticed that the bodies had been carefully dismembered. The cuts appeared precise and deliberate, leading some to believe the killer may have possessed medical knowledge. Whoever was responsible seemed determined to make identification as difficult as possible. One of the most famous discoveries became known as the Whitehall Mystery, when construction workers uncovered the torso of a woman near a government building site. Because these crimes occurred during the same period as the Jack the Ripper murders, many wondered if the two cases were connected. Could the same killer have been responsible? Or was London being hunted by 2 different murderers at the same time? No one knows. More than a century later, the mystery remains unsolved. The Nale Ba phenomenon. During the 1990s, strange rumors spread through parts of Karnataka, India. People began telling stories about a mysterious woman who appeared at night. According to the legend, she would knock on doors and call residents by name. Sometimes she supposedly sounded exactly like a family member. The story warned that anyone who answered the call or opened the door could disappear or suffer terrible consequences. Fear spread quickly. Families locked their doors earlier than usual. Children were kept indoors. Entire neighborhoods became nervous after sunset. Then something unusual started appearing on houses. The words Nale Ba. In the local language, the phrase means, "Come tomorrow." People believed that if the mysterious spirit saw those words, she would leave and return the next day, only to encounter the same message again. Whether anyone truly believed the story didn't matter. The fear itself became real. To this day, there is no evidence that such a spirit ever existed. Most historians consider the phenomenon a powerful example of urban legends, superstition, and mass panic. Yet decades later, the story is still remembered and continues to inspire horror films and local folklore. The Sea Peoples and the collapse of the Bronze Age. Around 1200 BC, something catastrophic happened across the Mediterranean world. Powerful civilizations that had thrived for centuries suddenly began collapsing. Cities burned. Trade routes disappeared. Entire kingdoms fell apart. Among the most mysterious clues left behind were ancient Egyptian records describing a group known only as the Sea Peoples. According to inscriptions from Pharaoh Ramesses III, these warriors arrived by sea and attacked coastal settlements across the region. Wherever they appeared, destruction seemed to follow. But here's the mystery. No one knows exactly who they were. Were they a single nation? A coalition of refugees? Pirates? Invaders fleeing famine and climate disasters? Historians have debated these questions for generations. What makes the mystery even more fascinating is the scale of the collapse. The mighty Hittite Empire disappeared. Mycenaean Greece entered a period often called a Dark Age. Writing systems vanished from some regions. Trade networks that connected entire civilizations broke down. The ancient world was transformed forever, and yet the true identity of the Sea Peoples remains one of history's greatest unanswered questions. The Lipstick Killer, Chicago, 1945. A series of brutal murders began creating fear throughout the city. The victims included young boys and a young woman. As public anxiety grew, investigators struggled to identify the person responsible. Then came the event that shocked Chicago. 6-year-old Suzanne Degnan disappeared from her bedroom. Soon afterward, her remains were discovered in multiple locations. The crime horrified the entire nation, but an even stranger detail emerged. A message written in red lipstick reportedly appeared near one of the crime scenes. The message seemed to taunt authorities and begged them to catch the killer before more murders occurred. Newspapers quickly gave the unknown criminal a chilling nickname, the Lipstick Killer. Eventually, police arrested a 17-year-old student named William Hearns. He confessed to the crimes. Case closed. Or was it? Many people later questioned the confession. Some believed it had been obtained under intense pressure. Others argued that certain pieces of evidence did not fit the official story. Over the decades, debate continued. Was William Hearns truly the killer? Or did the real murderer escape while an innocent person took the blame? The answer remains uncertain. The mystery of Mohenjo-daro. In the early 20th century, archaeologists began excavating the ancient city of Mohenjo-daro. What they uncovered amazed the world. The city possessed advanced planning, organized streets, drainage systems, and remarkable engineering. It was clearly one of the most sophisticated civilizations of its time. But something strange caught researchers' attention. Human skeletons were discovered in several locations throughout the city. Some appeared to have died suddenly. This sparked endless speculation. What happened here? Did an invading army destroy the city? Did disease spread through the population? Or was there another explanation? Over time, more dramatic theories emerged. Some writers even suggested that Mohenjo-daro had been destroyed by an ancient nuclear explosion. The idea captured public imagination and spread widely through books and documentaries. However, archaeologists found little evidence supporting such claims. Most experts now believe the city's decline was likely caused by a combination of environmental changes, shifting rivers, flooding, and economic disruption. Yet one mystery remains. Why did such an advanced civilization disappear? Thousands of years later, nobody can say with complete certainty. The Great Boston Fire. In 1872, a devastating fire erupted in Boston. What began as a local emergency quickly became a catastrophe. Flames spread through the city, consuming building after building. Strong winds pushed the fire forward while firefighters struggled to contain it. The conditions were brutal. Water pressure was weak. Equipment was limited, and the cold weather created additional problems. As temperatures dropped, firefighting efforts became even more difficult. But what many witnesses remembered most was the heat. The fire became so intense that metal objects reportedly softened and warped. The streets glowed with heat, as entire blocks disappeared beneath smoke and flames. By the time the disaster ended, a huge section of Boston's commercial district had been destroyed. Thousands of people lost jobs and businesses. Although historians understand how the fire spread, stories from survivors still sound almost unbelievable today. It remains one of the most destructive urban fires in American history. History is filled with mysteries that refuse to disappear. Which of these stories do you find the most disturbing? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy mysteries, unexplained events, and forgotten stories from history, be sure to subscribe for more videos.